Hello everybody and welcome to our video on drawing Monty Mouse, who is a character from our new book, The Great Mooncat, which has just been released by Spoon in a Jar Publications. My name is Ning-ning and I'm the illustrator for The Great Mooncat, written by Joey, so I have the great pleasure of drawing Joey's stories. You may have seen Monty around already in pictures, or maybe you've already read the book. He's this cute tiny little guy and we're going to recreate him today. In this video you will be guided on how to draw your very own version of Monty the Mouse, as I give you some tips and techniques to work with. I hope you enjoy. For today's drawing, what you'll need is a pencil and paper, or if you have a few different pencils, that's also really great. You can use a dark blue like I have used, or you're welcome to use any other colour you like, or even a mixture of colours. To start off with, I like to test my pencil textures, as you can see here. You can go ahead and give it a go. Perhaps you have a really sharp pencil or a really blunt pencil. They both equally have valuable effects that we can use. There are light textures and heavier textures. I also like to hold my pencil to the side at an angle, which can create a shading technique, which is really useful and I'll use when drawing Monty. Don't be afraid to experiment with all different kinds of lines. Okay, great. So we're ready now to draw Monty, and as you can see, I'm using my iPad, so I'm drawing digitally, but as we said before, it's no different. You can use pen and paper or pencil and paper. That's absolutely fine. So here I'm choosing my colour for Monty, which is actually a really blue today, quite bright. But obviously you are welcome to choose any colour that you wish. Monty can be a mouse of many colours. So the first place I always start when drawing Monty is with his head, and I always think of this in a really simple term of drawing a triangle. And I kind of think of him made up of triangles and circles, and also shapes that I would say are like beanbags, which I know may sound a little bit strange, but for Monty's body, it works. So here I'm starting to draw Monty's head, which is a little bit of a softer triangle, I would say. It's got like a little bit of a curve to the lines, and this is going to be where his little nose sits on the end. And I'm just rounding off the top of the triangle, as you can see, and this is like going to be the shape of his head. Then we're thinking in circles, and these are going to be his ears. This is where the circle parts come in, so I like to draw nice big ears. After all, Monty is a really little tiny harvest mouse who lives with mice. And we're going to add on his nose, which can be as big or as little as you'd like. But yeah, we're going to give him a cheeky little mousy nose. And for my favourite part, the next bit, we're going to give him his eye, which I like to do really tiny and kind of close to his nose because it gives him that really small effect. So I'm just touching up parts of Monty here. I kind of like to go over his lines as I go along in the drawing. Now next is the beanbag part. Oh yes, the moment we've all been waiting for. So it does take me a good few goes sometimes to get the shape of Monty's body right, but that's the beauty of drawing, is we can erase and try again until we like the movement within the picture that we're making. So I would suggest kind of thinking of a beanbag. That's how I think of Monty's body when I'm drawing it. I like the way a beanbag sits, kind of like light and bouncy, and that's what I like to think of Monty's body. Alright, so now we're going to add the feet, and I like to do Monty's feet kind of hidden under his little body, but your feet can be as big or as small as they'd like to be. As you can see, I still like to go over the lines of Monty as I go along. This just thickens up his shape. So when we colour him in, it means that the shape of him will still be really clear. At this point, I started adding in his arm on this side of his body, so you can do the same if you'd wish. I like to give him teeny tiny hands because he's a teeny tiny being. When drawing Monty's tail, I kind of like to do it in one movement, and I try to choose a shape that is complementary to the shape of his body or what his body is doing in that moment. So feel free to experiment with lots of different line shapes. You can practice on a separate piece of paper all your different tail shapes and choose which one is best for your Monty. We're drawing his second arm here now, and I'm drawing it as he's giving a kiss to the cat in the moon, the Great Mooncat. If you'd like your Monty to be blowing a kiss to the cat in the moon, then you can go ahead and draw his arm reaching out as well. Oh, I actually redrew his arm here because I preferred the position it was in the second time. I wanted his little hand to be reaching back, to give that sense of him reaching up to the moon. Okay, so here I'm yet again going over the lines of Monty, and we can do this together. This is just so when we colour him in, because I coloured him in with the same colour as I did his outline, I just want it to be clear. Your Monty can be any other colour, he doesn't have to be the same colour. So yeah, I like to give him this thicker pencil texture line, and it also makes him a little bit fluffy as well. Alright, so we've reached the colouring in stage now, exciting. And I'm colouring in with the same colour as I said. And this is a part where I like to use thicker texture pencils. Now this could be if you have a blunter pencil, or if you have a crayon or chalk even, then you can go ahead and use that to colour in parts of your Monty. As you can see, I'm using my pencil sometimes at a side angle, which gives it that shading texture that we talked about. So using this sideways shading technique, I'm starting to colour in Monty, and I like giving him the effect of fur, so that's why I work in blocks. As you can see, I work in lines as I get to the top of his head. And I'm slowing down here because I just want to show you that as I get close to his face, I lightly colour the paper with the pencil because it makes blending easier, and I want the colour to fade from his face into his body. As you can see, I'm darkening Monty's fur, so if you'd like to do the same, or perhaps you're making him really colourful, you can blend lots of colours if you wish. So I've started doing Monty's face here. I like doing it in a lighter colour, which blends into his body colour. I like to do his face a lighter colour because it's a nice contrast and it accentuates his little face. Here is where I start blending his face into his body a little bit more. You can do this by lightly shading his face into his body. I'm just making sure that his ears are also contrasted. Making sure his eye can be seen again. And we're going to give him some little whiskers. And then we're going to draw the kiss that he's blowing to the cat in the moon. If you'd like, you can also add shading below his body as I'm doing here, which gives him a little shadow. And there we have it, your very own little Monty the Mouse from the Great Mooncat. Thank you so much for watching our video on drawing Monty. I hope you enjoyed it. And we cannot wait to see all your Monty mice that you've drawn. A massive thank you from Joey and I here at Spoon in the Jar, and we hope to see you really, really soon.